All right, treasure hunters, let's dive deeper into the Pokémon box. On the very first page, we see names flying off the page. Empire State Building, Eiffel Tower, Houston, Texas. At first glance, they feel like road trip scenery. But what if they're not? What if these landmarks are intentional breadcrumbs? The Eiffel Tower in the US. Of course, there's the original Eiffel Tower in Paris, France. But here's the kicker. There are multiple Eiffel Towers scattered across the United States, and maybe that's part of the puzzle. Paris, Texas. This one stands 65 feet tall, built in 1993 by the local welders union. Its signature feature? A giant cherry red cowboy hat added in 1998. It's quirky, Americana at its finest, but it's also way north of Houston, likely not on the JCB family's travel path. Paris, Arkansas, a smaller but charming 25-foot tower, sits in Eiffel Tower Park in the town square. Built in 2014, it features a fountain, love-lock fence, and a community vibe. Unlike Texas, Arkansas lines up more naturally with a plausible road trip route. Paris, Tennessee, another U.S. Eiffel Tower replica, about 60 feet tall, sits in Henry County. And yes, it's another Paris. Maybe Paris itself is the hidden wordplay clue, the New Orleans twist. Now here's where it gets fascinating. Did you know that a piece of the real Eiffel Tower actually ended up in New Orleans? Back in Paris, France, there used to be a restaurant perched on the Eiffel Tower. When it was taken down, a restaurant owner in New Orleans bought the structure and had it shipped over to the States, reassembling it into the Eiffel Tower restaurant at 2040 St. Charles Avenue. And here's the kicker, the place St. Charles Building in New Orleans, 201 St. Charles, is often referred to as both the Empire State Building of New Orleans and the Eiffel Tower of New Orleans. It sits on the site of the old six-story St. Charles Hotel. That hotel was demolished, leaving only the site. So when JCB writes site of a six-story hotel, maybe he's nudging us to look right there. It's almost poetic. What was once a hotel became a skyscraper and a monument. At once the Empire State Building and the Eiffel Tower of New Orleans. That's a clue too solid to just ignore. The Pokémon France connection. Now let's tie this back to Pokémon. The Froakie line, Froakie, Frogadier, Greninja, comes from the Kalos region, and Kalos is based directly on France. Its capital, Lumiose City, is modeled after Paris, the City of Lights, and its iconic tower is the Prism Tower, clearly inspired by the Eiffel Tower. Stack that with New Orleans French and Creole culture, and you've got overlapping themes of Paris, France, Paris in the US, and the symbolic towers themselves. The book drops names like Houston, Texas, the Eiffel Tower, and the Empire State Building. Are we supposed to map out a journey? Or maybe the real clue is simpler. Perhaps it's about the heights. Empire State Building, 1,454 feet Eiffel Tower, Paris, France. 1,083 feet Eiffel Tower, Paris, Texas. 65 feet Eiffel Tower, Paris, Arkansas. 25 feet. Are we being asked to pay attention to numbers? Do these building heights form part of a cipher or coordinate system? It's still up for debate. But one thing's for sure. The Eiffel Tower isn't just in France. It might be hiding in plain sight, closer to JCB's fictional road trip. One more number nugget. Eiffel Tower is 300 meters tall, plus 5-meter base equals 305 meters. Statue of Liberty is 305 feet tall. That kind of deliberate parallel feels exactly like the kind of thing JCB would sneak into a layered puzzle. So, where does that leave us? We've got Paris, Texas with its cowboy hat tower, Paris, Arkansas with its community park tower, Paris, Tennessee with yet another replica, New Orleans with both a salvaged piece of the real Eiffel Tower and a skyscraper nicknamed both Empire State and Eiffel Tower, and Pokémon's Kalos region, dripping with Paris references. Are we being told to chase towers? To chase Parises? Or maybe just to pay attention to the word site? Because what used to be there might matter more than what's standing today.